want you to go away without having, picked up on my #1 fashion tip.
Tie-dye?
I want all of my audiences to start even, so. Aside from losing 15, 20 pounds, my #1 fashion tip is get a guitar and just wear it around all the time. You don't even have to learn how to play. But it makes everything else you're wearing look so damn cool. Believe me. So this is the Q&A portion of the program. This is where if you manage to find your way to the iPad in the lobby within the window that we were accepting questions, you could ask me questions, and I'm going to attempt to answer them. And that's just, so I qualified that by saying attempt to answer them. So let's go for a question.
Hi Todd, is this hearing real?
Well, now you're really begging my memory here at this point, because I would have been like junior high school, and all I know is that it was a big jump from kindergarten to junior high school. In kindergarten, that kind of behavior would have been like, oh, what's going on with him? Let's call a psychologist. Then you get the high school and junior high school, you figure this is never going to change. And the song, if you haven't heard it, is kind of an agglomeration of all kind of weirdos that you might have met in your school years who did things that you would never do, but gave them great reputations that are remembered to this day. Like peeing in the hallways.
Hey Todd, I'd like to know what your favorite songs to play in concert is.
That's one of those questions that does not have an answer. And if you were an interviewer, I would have said, don't ask me that question, because there are so many possible answers. It's like that mood I'm in, how do I feel today? But I'm not soliciting answers from you. But I have to say, I have some it's much easier to name the ones that I do not like to play live. Which is, in there are the ones that you really like to hear, like I don't like to play bang the drum. I know, and you all want to hear it, don't you? No! There lies the rub.
Lord Chancellor's Nightmare song!
Yeah, favorite songs, I like playing a bunch of songs, but these favorite songs, much shorter list.
Hey Todd, how's it going? Love to see Phone Stratocaster. What's that other crazy guitar you're playing? That's what I want to know.
This other crazy guitar, I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm something of a foodie, and I've gotten it good with a bunch of chefs. Some of them very well known and very successful, and I managed to get in with the Bromberg brothers, who own like Blue Ribbon in New York, and then Blue Ribbon Chicken in Las Vegas. Blue Ribbon is kind of their brand. So you don't know what a boon this is, to get inside with people who actually make the food. It's like they asked me one time, would you do this little event in Las Vegas for us, just like play a half hour, 40-minute acoustic set? What would you like, and how should we pay you for that? And I said, oysters for life. And I had yet to pay for an oyster.
You don't really need the oysters, though, do you?
The Bromberg brothers we're so close, such pals now, that they actually commissioned this guitar. Eric Bromberg is actually a guitar player himself, and he had a custom-made guitar made by the same guy who made this guitar here. And so that actually was supposed to be for my birthday last year, but it only got here this year. But in any case, I'm making good use of it because it was built to my custom specifications, and it actually sounds great. So let me introduce you to Boney. Boney, a lot of vectors there. Mostly it's like bone colored, it's got the bone colored things, But also, whenever we go to Blue Ribbon, we have the bone marrow.
Hi Todd, what do you find most challenging about producing other people's work as compared to your own? Thanks.
Well, nowadays, finding somebody to pay for it. Used to be in the old days, especially when I was really popular, it would be like people would be competing for your time, and you get a big advance. And the way I structured it, since I had my own studio, shut up! See, I structured it so that it would be like a flat fee to the record label, and then I had my own studio. So a lot of the stuff that would bleed away all the money in making a record, I had control over that. So there was a time when record companies loved me because I would always deliver on budget. I would never ask them for more money after the production started. Well, sometime in the 90s and the aughts and stuff like that, all those record labels collapsed. And they don't sign people for 7 album deals. They sign them for 1 or 2 album deals because they don't want to make that long-term investment anymore. So the whole production industry has kind of collapsed along with it. But I am not bitching about this, because what has actually happened is that anybody can afford a laptop and a little bit of extra hardware can make a record of their own in their bedroom. Who am I to complain about that? The guy who has always made his own records. So I'm glad that any of you or any of your kids or grandkids, if they want to make a record, all they got to do is get a laptop, even a tablet at this point, and a little bit of hardware, and they can make their own records, learn how to produce their own music. So yeah, I don't get those big production bucks anymore, but there's just way more freedom in making music now, and I'll trade that.
Hi Todd, this is Bjorn. Question for you. Can you tell me what your favorite Naz album is? And I'd also be curious to know whether you still see any of your old bandmates from Naz.
Interesting question. Well, first of all, my favorite Naz album, there were technically only 2. We did our first album, that was a single album, but when we did the second album, I had it in my head it was going to be a double album, but the record label did not see it the same way, so they only put out a single album, and there was a third leftovers kind of record. So picking my favorite out of what essentially is 2 records, give me a coin, I'll flip it down. But I would say, since making the first Naz record was my first real experience in the studio, and it set the stage for everything that happened for me after that, I would have to say if I had to pick between the 2 records, I would take the first one. And now it's time to play some music!
Yeah!